They're not. Parents, we still have a few minutes. Sorry. I guess we're excited. All right, now we're ready. Good morning, families, friends, staff, and students. Welcome to the iconic Cathedral Basilica of the Sacred Heart. My name is Paul Parada, principal of our Jackie Robinson campus, and I am your Master of Ceremonies for this program. Before we welcome these graduates down the aisle, please be sure to silence your cell phones and remain seated through the entire ceremony. Welcome to the commencement ceremony of our 8th grade graduates. I know you're wondering what I'm wondering. How did I get this gig? Obviously, Steve Jr. wasn't available today, so how far down the list of candidates, Mr. Trillo, did you actually have to go to settle on me as the MC? I'd actually like to see the list. How far? Is there a list? Am I even on it? Don't bother, because it doesn't matter. You're not here for me. No, we've gathered here today to celebrate the culmination of 9 years of remarkable achievements of our 8th grade students. Today marks not only the end of an important chapter, but the beginning of an exciting new journey for these young scholars. Throughout their time, they have demonstrated resilience, curiosity, and passion for learning that has truly set them apart. As we reflect on their growth and accomplishments, let us also look forward with anticipation to the bright futures that await each and every one of them. So please join me in honoring and congratulating the incredible young individuals who are ready to take their next step towards greatness. Without further ado, let the graduation ceremony commence. I need Regine. Where's Regine? Regine Bendoff, salutatorian of the class of 2024. You need to hear this. She is graduating with a GPA of 4.53 in the fall. In the fall, she will attend Newark Academy and plans to join their music program along with swimming and volleyball. At RTA, Regine was a part of the Power Club, violin, peer tutoring, sewing, and creative writing club. Outside of school, she takes piano lessons and is an active participant at her church. Regine loves reading, puzzles, and drawing. She's a proud two-time recipient of the Monsignor Gino Baroni Award for Academic Excellence. Regine is confident she will become a pediatrician. Ladies and gentlemen, Regine Bendoff, leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the flag salute. Ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Regine. At this time, I'd like to call up the RTA Chorus to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. On June 7th, this group participated in Music in the Parks, a musical competition against middle schools and high schools from all around New Jersey. They performed 3 songs, one of which you're about to hear right now. They won 2nd place in the Middle School Festival A category with a rating of excellent. In addition to that, they won the Esprit de Corps, which is awarded to only one school, regardless of division, category, or grade, for their display of professionalism, social behavior, encouragement, and sportsmanship. Performing our national anthem, the RTA Chorus.
Twilight
Please be seated. This next individual he's kind of important. Not only is he my best friend, he's also my boss, so it's only appropriate that I say something nice about him. He's loud, he can't beat me in golf, and he's never on time. So, boys and girls, you must be really special to him, because not only was he on time for this ceremony today, he was early. Actually, Robert Street Academy has had some incredible leaders, and Mr. Trillo is well on his way to becoming the next. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome up to the podium our Chief School Administrator, the man that's leading the way, our steady hand, my friend, Mr. Trillo.
I was going to be mean and make a joke, but now I can't. Thank you, Mr. Parada. A special and sincere thanks to all the dignitaries and special people that took time out of their schedule to be with us today, starting with our board president, Mr. Dutour, thank you. Mr. Souder, who I think is somewhere in the building, board member, Anibal Ramos, who will be joining us shortly. Barbara Martinez, who's with us, waving the charter school flag for everybody. Thank you for being here and taking time out of your schedule. I hope you enjoy the ceremony and take pride in being part of the extended RTA family. We appreciate your support and friendship. As you know, it's a very special family to be a part of, Mr. Dutour. We would also like to express our sincere gratitude to the founding organization for making RTA possible. The North Ward Center is the vehicle that continues to help us bring Big Steve's vision of a strong, family-oriented community to life. We are privileged to carry out the task of elevating our community through RTA and honored to enjoy the continued partnership of the center under the leadership of Michelle Adebato. Thank you, North Ward. And you can't mention the Adebatos or the North Ward Center or Robert Street Academy without a big shout out to Miss Fran Adebato, the matriarch for all of us. Fran, we love having you here. All right, before we get to the young scholars who we're here to celebrate today, let's all take a second to thank some of the older people that have been a part of RTA and its history and our success. Of course, there's the teachers and staff who work harder than most people realize. How's about a hand for the teachers and staff? The administrative team also does a lot of work behind the scenes and usually goes unnoticed except for when we get the angry phone call or the complaint about the air conditioning not working or who's not teaching the right way or doing the right thing. But Ms. Rago, Ms. Del Toro, Ms. Coyle, Mrs. Strillo, Mr. Gutierrez, Ms. Lucy, and Mr. Clark, thank you for dealing with Mr. Parada and myself and making us look good. We also have some very special staff members to honor and talk about today. 3 young ladies have been at RTA for a collective 72 years, and they will be retiring officially after today. Ms. Barbalacco, a 25-year teacher of all grades and subjects, our Swiss Army knife of a teacher. Ms. Barbalacco, you got to stand up. and remain standing. Mrs. Bernal, first a parent, then an assistant, and then a secretary who put 3 wonderful students through the academy and whose husband I shared a classroom with and learned a lot from. Mrs. Bernal. And last but not least, you might not see her because she's a little short, but I'm going to make her stand up too, Miss Lydia, who has been the face and voice that has greeted RTA students, parents, and visitors for 25 years while she put her own child and then 2 grandchildren through RTA. Ladies, thank you for everything you've meant to Robert Reed Academy. While Mr. Parada and myself have had the pleasure of being the boss these past 3 years, we're thrilled to have 2 people we've called our boss the most these past 27 years. Most recently, Ms. Adebato, who many of you still know as your principal. Ms. A, please stand up, give a wave. I often hear from some of you parents who I know are leaving us, you know, if Ms. Adebato was here, this wouldn't happen, or this wouldn't. I'm right here. I hear you. I know. It's okay. Thanks for that, Ms. Adebato. And of course, the person that had the wherewithal, the wisdom to identify young talent and leadership and make the wise decision to hire both myself and Mr. Parada, our first boss and the first real leader of Robert Reed Academy, Mr. Michael Palanti. Who's here with his beautiful wife, Cookie Jincherek, who was the first coordinator of our special education program. We are very happy and delighted to have the 3 of you here with us today, and I hope we do your legacies proud every day. Thanks for setting the example and giving us a standard to live up to. And in case you were worried about me and Paul here, you can see we've surrounded ourselves with better people than us to make sure we behave accordingly and try to curb our arrogance and make us look good. I know it's a little harder with Paul, but we're working on it. All right, speaking of looking good, how's the class of 2024 look? All right, you guys cleaned up pretty good. Some information, general information about you guys. Over $7 million in scholarship and financial aid money earned. The first class to see the expansion of our athletic program to include flag football and volleyball, as well as basketball. How's about our undefeated volleyball team, champions? Chorus members who brought home some hardware to fill up the trophy cases, and an overall very diverse group in terms of thoughts and abilities, an incredibly well-rounded group of beautiful young people who represent the 20th graduating class of Robert Reed Academy. We couldn't be prouder. What a long, strange trip it's been. Best of times, the worst of times. You were kindergartners in 2015, and moving along swimmingly, building your foundation, when in fourth grade, things went a little sideways and interrupted your growth. You adapted, and then readapted, and then ended your last 3 years at RTA in a pretty normal fashion. On behalf of all the adults in the room and in the state and in government, let me apologize to you for how badly that was handled in terms of education. But I thank you for how resilient you were and fighting back and clawing back and getting to where you are today. So give yourselves a hand. I don't have any sage words of advice or any words of wisdom for you to ponder before you take your last steps as an RTA student. But I will take one last crack at driving home what we've tried to instill in you since you joined us in 2015. Humor me one last time and listen to what we've been telling you every morning. Work hard. Above all else, hard work will lead you to continued success. More often than not, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's a great saying to remember. At RTA, we are proud of our hard work. It's what distinguishes us from others, and it's made you stronger. It's safe to say you have gone to school more days and months than probably any other 8th grade graduate this year. We work a longer year, a longer week, and a longer day than anybody in your position right now. We average about 200 days a year, not counting those Saturday classes you enjoy so much. That's about 20 more days a year than your average 8th grader has seen. So over the course of your elementary education, you've basically had an extra year of service, of time, learning, working, and preparing yourself for high school. You've put in the work, and it should leave you well prepared to have the stamina to tackle high school. Be the best you can be. Don't settle for average. Don't sell yourself short. Since you know how to work hard, use that work ethic to achieve your personal success in whatever you choose. Improve yourself every chance you get, and try to be a little better every single day at being yourself. Whatever you choose to become, try to be the best at it. If you do what everyone else does, you end up where everyone else is. If you want to be more successful and accomplish something bigger, you have to be willing to make sacrifices and put in the hours that others aren't willing to. Be kind to one another. Lots of ways that this can be interpreted. Let's try and keep it simple. There are many ways to demonstrate kindness. One of the easiest ways is by being thankful. Be thankful for the opportunities you are presented with and the support you are given. For instance, I'm going to give you a chance right now to show some gratitude for some people who you owe it to. Will the parents and grandparents of the graduates please stand up? Parents and grandparents. All right. You see how nice that works? Another good way to make sure you're being kind is to stick to a simple rule that me and my friends, Mr. Pratt, will tell you, simply call rule number 1. Don't be a jerk. All right? When in doubt, don't be a jerk. Quiet down, settle down, see things for what they are, and move on. Control your emotions. Of course, last but not least, make good choices. Decisions aren't always going to be as easy as this last little exercise. You will face some tough choices in life and have to decide yes or no, true or false, wise or foolish, up or down, etc. Up until now, it's pretty much been laid out for you. But now it's your turn to start putting your decision-making abilities to the test in real-world situations. Gentlemen, don't worry. Those of you that get married down the road will not have to make nearly as many choices, as your wives will be letting you know what you've decided in most situations. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but RTA is a bit of a bubble, a sanctuary from the real world. We're a little different than most communities. In a few short moments, you'll be leaving the sanctuary. To help you out when things get dicey in the real world, remember, you're ready for this, you've been prepared. Work hard, be the best you can be kind to one another, and make good choices. Thank you for being an amazing group of young people, and know that although you graduate today, you will always be a part of the RTA family. All right, before we get sappy, I'm introducing a musical interlude here. You're going to hear from our Robert Treat Academy Chorus again, led by Miss Alexa Tebow and Mr. Commanda. They will be singing Little Blue by Jacob Collier. right, well done. Always love to hear from our award-winning chorus. My great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. I'm going to read his press release or whatever we call this bio, and then I'll tell you about the real guy. Mo Butler is a highly respected public affairs expert with extensive experience in government relations, political campaigns, and strategic communications in New Jersey and Washington, D.C. At Mercury Public Affairs, he advises clients across various sectors, including government, real estate development, education, healthcare, infrastructure, and nonprofits. For over a decade, various media outlets have listed Mr. Butler as one of the most powerful people in New Jersey politics. Some of those outlets include The Observer, Insider New Jersey, and ROI New Jersey. Mo received his BA from Franklin and Marshall College and master's degree from Eagleton Institute of Politics at Rutgers University. He currently serves as a trustee at his alma mater, Franklin and Marshall. He sits on the board of the Casino Reinvestment Development Authority and the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Mo is also a proud dad of our alumnus, Kyla Butler, the class of 2017. Besides all that, Mo is one of the first people I remember when Mr. Palanti hired me. Questionable decision at the time, but it worked out. Mo was one of the originals. He's been around as long as anyone else that you see in here. I know he only looks 26 or 27 years old still, but he's been around a long time. One of my first experiences, Mike had me come in on a Saturday, no pay, and said, hey, Mo's putting together this Just Do Something club. I said, do something. So he was civically minded then. He's been civically minded since. He's an example to all of us. We were happy to educate his daughter and thrilled to have him here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Mo Butler.
When I first met Trillo, I think it's over 20 years ago, at an afro. The years have not been kind, folks. The years have not been kind. This is sort of a surreal experience. Before I get into my formal remarks, this is a surreal experience. I was out there 7 years ago, gushing with pride as I watched my daughter walk down that aisle. 7 years later, I'm still gushing with pride by all of her accomplishments. And this place laid the foundation for everything she's done and everything she will do for the rest of her life. So since then, she's graduated from an all-girls boarding school in Virginia. She's going into her senior year in college. Last year, she spent the entire year at the London School of Economics, traveled all over Europe, had an amazing time. She wanted to be here today, but my pocket's a little light. She has to work to pay me back for the year of travel. So she's working hard, but she wanted to say hello to everybody. I have to acknowledge Fran Adebato, the matriarch. It's so amazing to see you. Let's give her a round of applause. So I have readers, but I'm going to attempt to do this without my readers. I'll leave them here for now. All right, so let me begin by acknowledging folks who have been acknowledged already, but I want to acknowledge them again. The Board of Trustees, your principal, the administrators, the educators, and more importantly, and most importantly, the parents. Let's give them a round of applause. Now to the graduates. Congratulations. I want to leave you with a couple takeaways this morning. The most important being that there is power in your youth. But that power means nothing if you don't plant it, water it, nurture it, and grow it. Graduates, I recognize that it has not been easy to get here today. There have been many obstacles thrown your way. In many ways, the odds have been stacked against you. You all live in a very challenging environment, an environment where your administrators struggle to gather the necessary resources to provide you with the best possible education, where your teachers not only must prepare you academically, but also take on the role of social worker and psychologist. In an environment where your parents say a prayer every morning that you get to and from school safely. As Mayor Baraka once stated, this is not normal. But unfortunately for our young people, it's all too normal. Believe it or not, there are hundreds of books written about the plight of black and brown children throughout this country, about their chances at living successful lives or not, about their under or unemployment, about their increasing incarceration rates. You see and hear this stuff and begin to ask yourself, how am I going to make it out of this? How am I going to succeed and realize my potential? Well, graduates, you've taken the first step by attending this great institution. Choosing the Robert Treat Academy was a very wise decision. It is a school that not only feeds your intellect, but also arms you with love. Love is a powerful antidote to the cynicism that surrounds and attempts to suffocate our hope and our faith. Every young person in this room, whether he or she realizes it, has demonstrated a profound commitment to love, to faith, and to a belief in what is possible. Remember what I said earlier. You all live in a very challenging environment. But as you and I know, we don't allow our environment to define who we are. We define our environment. As that great rapper Nas once stated, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Graduates, you have made the choice to be who you want to be by arming yourself with the best possible education, by being guided by love, and by fortifying yourself with friends, your fellow classmates, who stand with you as you navigate your way through this world. All right, so I asked the principal earlier to identify two of the strongest individuals in this graduating class. He identified Jaden Baskerville and Julius Morrison Diaz. Can you guys come over really quickly? All right, they have their assignment, people. All right. So what I'm going to have these young people do is enter into an arm wrestling contest. I'm going to give each of them $1 for each time they can pin down the other person's arm. I was going to do 60 seconds, but I haven't been given a lot of time up here, so we're going to do this for 15 seconds. So on 3, work hard to pin down the other person's arm. If you pin down the other person's arm, you get some dough, all right? All right, 1, 2, 3, let's go. I don't even think they're even trying. All right, let's cut it out. Thank you, guys. Thanks for participating. All right, so what if these guys actually stopped resisting one another and freely allowed their arms to go back and forth like that? I would have been a lot poorer. RTA graduates, by working together and supporting each other, there is nothing that you cannot achieve and accomplish. No matter what obstacle is thrown your way. Remember, we are all interconnected in a thick web of humanity. Let me say one more thing before I close. I do not want you all to forget that there is power in your youth. How old was Dr. King when he led the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955? Dr. King was 26 years old. A 26-year-old man helped transform our very nation. Now, how did such a young man become a leader of such a monumental movement? Simply because no one else wanted to do it. They thought it was a fool's errand. Martin didn't know any better, however, and the rest is history. What we aren't familiar with is what happened next. Or more aptly stated, what didn't happen next. Again, young people had to come to the rescue. On February 1st, 1959, 4 young students were playing around one evening when one of them said, "We might as well go now." The other one said, "You really mean it?" The first student responded, "Yeah, I mean it." The 4 students quietly traveled to a downtown Woolworth in Greensboro, North Carolina, and sat in a white-only counter and demanded to be served. An African-American waitress said to them, "Fellas like you make our race look bad," and refused to serve them. News of this spontaneous sit-down spread like wildfire. The next day, 19 students sat at the lunch counter. The day after, 85 folks sat at that lunch counter. The sit-down became a contagion and reached a tipping point. 4 young college students re-energized the civil rights movement by quietly sitting at a lunch counter and demanding to be served. These young heroes transformed our nation. So you get the theme here. There is power in your youth. You have the power to be great. You have the power to be phenomenal. You have the power to love. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready to dream? Are you ready to realize your potential? Are you ready to have faith and hope in what is possible? Are you ready to work harder than you've ever worked to realize your dreams? RTA Class of 2024, are you ready? All right, you guys say it with more energy than that. RTA Class of 2024, are you ready? Now, my good friend Aníbal Ramos, the councilman here, he's heard this quote many times. He says it's one of my go-to. I love it. So someone once told me that there are 3 types of people in the world. There are those who make things happen, there are those who watch things happen, and there are those who wonder what the heck just happened. RTA Class of 2024, please continue to plant that seed, water that seed, grow that seed, nurture that seed, and make good things happen. Good luck, and again, congratulations.
Mo Butler, everybody. I'll be honest, I'm relieved you didn't choose Mr. Trillo and myself for that exercise. I'd like to acknowledge South Ward Councilman Pat Council. Thank you for joining us today. You ready to hear from our valedictorian? Ryan Ramos. Ryan, come join me, young lady. She is graduating with a GPA of 4.57. She was a part of RTA's chorus, our student council, coding and art club, community service, and peer tutoring. Outside of school, she takes online singing lessons. Ryan's favorite thing to do is spending time with her family. Her passion, besides singing, is helping others, and she plans to travel the world to help the less fortunate. That sounds fantastic. Ryan will make us proud at Phillips Exeter Academy. Phillips Exeter Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Ryan Ramos.
Okay, I fixed it. Good morning, class of 2024, and all in attendance. Before I begin my speech, I would like to give general thanks to all of my family. especially those who have traveled a long distance to be here, my friends and teachers who have been with me throughout this entire journey, and most of all, the people who have influenced my current stance today. Thanks for coming. I hope everyone here is doing well. I believe that my time at RTA resembles that of a cake, each step coming together with each grade. My journey started in kindergarten, and although the first day was a bit of a blur, I do remember one thing: meeting Miss Adebato. I never had a hard time making friends, but it seemed that I was surrounded by new people. I was terrified and thought my life was over. That was until I saw Miss Adebato. She spoke to us and introduced herself, and immediately I was overcome with the feeling that everything was going to be okay, and that feeling has never faded. In kindergarten, my most difficult challenge was probably a spelling game called Sparkle. For example, all of us were sitting in a circle on the rug, and we had to spell some word with a Q in it. I knew it was Q, but when my turn came, I said U. And I was obviously very upset. To lose at something so simple over a trivial mistake. It's like getting eggshells into your mixture. Despite my anger, I learned an important lesson that day. Mistakes happen. M-I-S-T-A-K-E-S. Sparkle. Mistakes are inevitable, regardless of how hard you try to avoid them or stop them from happening. First grade is where I met my best friend, the vanilla or sugar in my mixture. From the day that I met her, I've been forever changed. I'm extremely grateful for everything she has done. She showed me that having one amazing friend is much better than having 100 acquaintances, just for the sake of popularity. It's nice to have people around you, but it's even better to have a small group of people that make you feel as if 100 are there. And that is what she did for me. I learned another valuable lesson in the second grade. We had to do research on a given animal, and I was given giraffe. I remember working really hard on that project, staying up all night gluing pieces of felt to a board with my mom. After my presentation, I found out I had gotten a B. That puzzled me, as I had put my very best effort into this project and had expected to get an A. I learned then that you're not always going to get what you want. And although hard work is important, even with hard work sometimes, you might not achieve your desired outcome. In the third grade, I participated in my first talent show. I was utterly terrified of singing in front of a room full of people. But I did it. With shaky knees and breath, I did it. From this experience, I learned the importance of having confidence in yourself and persevering. I was still terrified to sing in front of people until about the beginning of this year. My confidence grew in part because of Mr. Commanda. He pushed me to take advantage of my talent, even though I can be hard to put up with at times, and for that, I am thankful. In fourth grade, I met Miss Farrow, formerly known as Miss Licardi. She always had our best interest in mind, and during this time, I learned that people change, and that it's okay to do things on your own. For the longest time, I was scared of not having friends, but it's okay not to hang out with people all the time. It's okay to have different friends. It's okay not to have friends at all. Being your true self will attract the people that you really want to be around, and I found those people in the fourth grade. Skipping ahead a bit, my sixth grade teacher was Miss Richardson. At this point, all of our cakes are out of the oven and cooling. She always pushed me to be the best that I could be, and I remember on the last day of sixth grade, she told me that she had faith that I would be valedictorian if I kept doing how I was doing. That statement made me cry, as I had wanted that since the third grade, and having that sort of encouragement from someone that I really looked up to was one of the best feelings I could ever feel. Seventh grade was a transitional period for many of us, where our cakes began to be iced. Although much was happening, I do remember one thing very clearly: the high school placement process. Here's where it all begins, and the importance of keeping up your grades takes precedence over everything. It initially may not seem so important to you, but it quite literally determines your future. I know it may be tedious, but the high school placement process is very important. So take it seriously and be nice to Miss Cindy and Miss Exampia, as you don't want your beautiful cake to be made just to find out that no one arrived to eat it. Another pivotal moment in seventh grade happened during drama club. I was talking to a boy who was playing on his computer. We talked about how much I wanted to be valedictorian, but was scared that it wouldn't happen. Rather than comfort or console me, he asked me a very important question. How much do you want it? I asked him what he meant. He said, how much do you want to be valedictorian? Like, do you want it more than the next person? I said that I wasn't sure. He responded with, there's your answer. The only way you're going to achieve this is if you work harder and want it more than the next person. Your drive and passion is one of the most important things, and pursuing those are going to be the determining factor. 8th grade is where I got closest to a lot of people as well as teachers, the sprinkles and candles on top of my cake. One of those was Miss Tiana. She was someone that we could all sit and talk to as well as confide in. She has always been one of my #1 supporters, and I will never forget all that she has done for me. Same with Miss Mendez. Although she tends to give a ton of homework, she still always supports us. I know at times we made her job a bit difficult, but I thank her for never giving up on us. To everyone listening, always remember the importance of maintaining a good relationship with your teachers. You'll find that your experience in school will improve drastically. To end, here are some closing remarks that I want everyone listening to remember. 5, never forget who you are, where you come from, and the people who have got you there. 4, don't let anyone force you to do anything that you don't want to do. You have a voice for a reason. Allow it to be heard. 3, never let anyone force you not to do something that you want to do. Don't be afraid to chase after something because of what other people might think. At the end of the day, this is your life. If you want something, go get it. 2, be grateful for everything you have, as someday it may be gone. And 1, the most important, be kind to everyone. Lastly, thank you to my family. You've always been my #1 supporters. You've been there with me through my hardest days and my best ones. I would not be where I am today without you. Dad, you always told me not to be good, but to be great. And that those who care don't matter, and that those who matter don't care. Everything you've said to me has left a huge impact. I truly appreciate everything. Mom, thank you for always being there for moral support. Thank you for always being the warmth in my life and lifting up my spirits, even though you couldn't help me with my homework past the 6th grade. You both showed me what true warriors look like. Mikey, watching you work hard to get where you are today has instilled in me those same values. Aria and Jada, being your big sister has taught me more than anything else. Thank you, Mom, for not taking away my phone this month. I really appreciate it. And now we're here, all our cakes finished, on our way to be creating new ones. Graduates, remember, there are going to be bad days where you want to throw your computer across the room, but don't do that. Kids in our class will tell you. Everything you say, do, or experience is going to shape who you are. Let it be for good. Shed light. Remember that regardless of what goal you have, taking breaks is necessary. It's okay to have fun and to be crazy sometimes. Goodbye, RTA. Thank you for everything that you've taught me, and whether we cross paths again or not, I wish everyone the best.
Oh, what an impressive young student. Well, all the staff members that she mentioned and the families of Ryan and Regine, please stand up and be recognized. Quite an accomplishment. You should all be extremely proud. Thank you. I met Jim and Joan Panare after the tragic loss of their son Jamie, an RTA teacher, in December of 2014. The establishment of the James A. Panare Foundation and the work put in to raising money for the scholarship fund has brought us together as a family. We are grateful for the bond that has been created and for everything they continue to do for RTA graduates every year. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for two wonderful people and proud members of the RTA Green and Gold, Jim and Joan Panare.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, our brilliant 8th grade graduates. On behalf of the James A. Pannier III Foundation, my husband Jim and I would like to thank the Board of Trustees, Principal Trillo, Principal Parada, for inviting us to participate in this joyous occasion. Today we gather here to celebrate not only the culmination of your Robert Treat journey, but also the promise of a bright future. It's an honor to stand before you as we present the James A. Pannier III Scholarship Awards. The foundation was established in memory of our son, and it aims to advance education by providing financial support to deserving students. These scholarships bridge the gap, enabling our remarkable 8th graders to pursue their dreams beyond middle school. The recipients of these awards have demonstrated exceptional commitment, resilience, and academic excellence. They embody the spirit of James A. Pannier III, whose legacy lives on through their achievements. These scholarships empower them to choose the high school that resonates with their aspirations, ensuring that financial constraints do not hinder their educational journey. As we announce the names of our scholarship recipients, let us celebrate their potential, their determination, and their unwavering pursuit of knowledge. Each name represents a story of triumph, a testament of hard work, and a beacon of hope for the future. To the recipients, I say, cherish this opportunity. Use it to not only to excel academically, but also to make a positive impact on your community. Remember that education is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about shaping character, fostering empathy, and becoming compassionate leaders. And to the parents, guardians, and educators who have nurtured these young minds, thank you. Your support, encouragement, and belief in their potential have made this moment possible. Jim and I would love to get a photo of the award recipients afterwards outside, so please come find us so we can say hello to you and your families. Let us now applaud our scholarship recipients, celebrating their achievements and looking forward to the remarkable paths they will tread. Congratulations, graduates. May your journey be filled with purpose, passion, and the pursuit of excellence. Our first recipient is going to be attending Dwight Englewood School, Charlene Galvez. Our next recipient will be attending Hudson Catholic, Elijah Jackson. Our next will be attending Immaculate Conception High School, Kiara Nieves. Our fourth recipient will be attending Mount St. Dominic Academy, Angelise Ramirez. And you know, our next recipient is attending Phillips Exeter Academy, Ryan Ramos. And another one going to Mount St. Dominic Academy. They're making out this year very well. Chloe Reyes. And our last recipient will be attending Seton Hall Prep, Jaden Rodriguez.
I don't know if you were counting, but that was 7 scholarships. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both for the work that you do for our students. I believe we have 2 more scholarships to give out. Can I get Sammy and Councilman Ramos to come up and join me? Sworn into office in 2006, Aníbal Ramos serves as a councilman for the North Ward of Newark. Born, raised, and educated in Newark, Councilman Ramos has worked tirelessly as a supporter of Newark schools, as well as sponsoring events for the North Ward children. Councilman Ramos is here to award 2 scholarships to Robert Tree students through the Aníbal Ramos Jr. Civic Association. Founded in 2014, by the councilman, this nonprofit organization hosts free community events and donates food and other goods to needy families, in addition to providing scholarships to help Newark students pay for high school and college. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend, North Ward Councilman Aníbal Ramos.
Giving glory to God as we're in this beautiful basilica, and congratulations to the class of 2024. Our Civic Association has been giving out scholarships for a number of years. Between the next few days, we'll visit almost every middle school in the North Ward, high schools throughout the city, and for us it's a real pleasure to give back to those young people in our community many of the gifts that we've been given over the years. And I always tell the story that I went to a small Catholic high school here in the North Ward, Our Lady of Good Counsel, and during my high school years, my mother used to work part-time to help pay my tuition. And because of diabetes, she became an amputee during my junior year. I ended up working at the local supermarket as a way to help pay my tuition. And there was an anonymous family that for the last 2 years of my high school years helped pay my tuition. And I always said to myself, if I ever had the opportunity to do for others what was done for me, you know, I definitely wanted to pay it forward. And that's one of the big reasons why we're here. And today we're honored to give out 2 of our scholarships. We don't have 7, but we do have 2. And hopefully the checks are a little more generous this year than they've been in previous years. And the first scholarship recipient is attending St. Vincent's Academy, Haji Taylor. And the second recipient is going to Church Farm School. Mo, do you know where Church Farm School is? No, Butler. Okay. Phoenix Cotrona.
Two is great. Thank you, Councilman Ramos. One is great. We truly value and appreciate our relationship. All right, we have a special treat for you, performing Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Soloists, Aaliyah Salva, Nigel Gittins, Kyrie Flores, Ryan Ramos, Benir Taffy, Brian Landy, and Elea Ferreira Nash, accompanied by the RTA Chorus.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word.
Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes.
Listened as the crowds would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king.
1 minute I held the keys. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stands upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign land. For some reason I can't explain, once you gone there was never, never an honest word. And that was when I ruled the world.
It was a wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in.
Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become.
Oh, who would ever wanna be king?
I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign land. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter will call my name an honest word. That was when I ruled the world. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign land. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter will call my name an honest word. That was when I ruled the world.
Come on, people, let's hear it. Amazing performance. Thank you for that. I need Vinny Pisano, Kion Bryson, and Gregory Gale for the presentation of gifts. When I think about our history of RTA and the trailblazers and pillars that helped shape this great institution, I think of four people. Obviously, Big Steve. Close to 30 years ago, sitting in his office at the North Ward Center, former RTA board president Ralph Chalella handed him an article about this new charter school legislation in the state of New Jersey, opening up and providing families with a choice. This moment was the genesis of the Robert Street Academy. And while he may not be with us here today in body, I can assure you he is here with us in spirit, smiling down at what his gem, this is his gem, this was his baby, has become. Without him, we're not having this ceremony today. Fran Adebato, she'll tell you she didn't do anything. Don't let her fool you. She put up with him for all those years. And Fran, as you have corrected me on this countless times, next to every great man is a great woman. Without you, Fran, we're not having this ceremony today. Mike Planty. Big Steve wanted what he wanted, and he wouldn't stop until he got it. Well, he hired and fired 3 principals before he got it in Mr. Pallanti. True story. I think because we've been so successful for so long, most people assume it was always that way. It's not true. That recognition and respect didn't come until Mr. Pallanti arrived. You see, Big Steve always respected employees and people that stood their ground and demonstrated conviction in what they believed in. Mr. Pallanti was the first to do both. He recruited and built a strong staff and set the coordinates that forever changed the course of our school's history. When Mike hired me, he took me on a tour of the original building on Mount Prospect. I don't know how many of you remember that. Old church. Walking through the halls, we stopped outside of 4th grade classroom at the time. And I remember he looked at me and he said, "Mr. Parada, I like you. Your friend in there, I don't know how long he's gonna last." It was Mr. Trillo. Mike, you were wrong about that. But you all have to agree with me. He was right about everything else. You're the reason Mr. Trillo and I accepted the position, and you're the reason we stayed, along with so many other staff members and employees. Without you, we're not having this ceremony today. Teresa Adebato. Toughest job in any field, any line of work, any profession is following in the steps of a legend. She had the unenviable task of taking over for someone who took the school to unexpected heights. To make matters worse, she was left with me and him to somehow maintain this trajectory. I believe her exact words to Mike were, "You left me with them?" But in spite of all that, in spite of all those challenges, Miss Adebato was somehow able to guide us to even greater heights. Teresa, what I've learned from you and admire the most is your passion for this school, this place, your love for each and every child, and your willingness to always listen, adapt, and change. You, my friend, are also a legend. Without you, we're not having this ceremony today. I want to thank the 3 of you for your sacrifices, what you've meant to this school, and providing everyone after you with a place that we are proud to be a part of and a place we can call home. Thank you. I had to get one more shot at Mr. Trillo. It's time to make this official. I'd like to call up our board president, Mr. Bob DeTour, and our vice principal, Ms. Rago, to certify the graduates.
First of all, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to congratulate the class of 2024, the families and friends that are here today, their teachers and school administrators. And a special thanks to Mr. Trillo and Mr. Parada for their outstanding leadership and their commitment to the mission of the Robert Treat Academy Charter School. Thank you. Now we're going to award diplomas. By the power vested in us by the Board of Trustees of the Robert Treat Academy Charter School, and in accordance with the laws and regulations of the state of New Jersey, we declare that these students have met all the requirements for graduation, and therefore now we authorize that the class of 2024 receive their diplomas. We call upon the Academy's Vice Principal, Ms. Stephanie Rago, to recognize each graduate.
Thank you, Mr. DeTore. Good. Elias Alaman Cologne. Eliel Alaman Cologne. Ariana Alix. Who's graduating with honors, Ariana. Graduating with honors, Nana A. Apia. Jaden Baskerville. Graduating with high honors, Regine Bendoff. Graduating with honors, Josiah Barrios Diaz. Azriel Blake. Graduating with honors, Kion Bryson. Graduating with honors, Melanie Caguana Peralta. Graduating with honors, Hector Castaneda. Graduating with high honors, Miles Chambers. Graduating with high honors, Gabrielle Chiquindima. Graduating with high honors, Julian Cruz. Graduating with high honors, Phoenix Catrona. Graduating with high honors, Alana De Leon. Graduating with honors, Dianelis Diaz. Graduating with high honors, Nunana Disakoto. Graduating with high honors, Angela Endianseri. Graduating with high honors, Janet Endianseri. Graduating with honors, Irene Espinoza Jaqual. Graduating with high honors, Alea Ferreira Nash. Kyrie Flores. Graduating with high honors, Charlene Galvez. Graduating with honors, Gregory Gale. Graduating with honors, Samantha Genorio. Graduating with honors, Nigel Gittins. Graduating with high honors, Corey Green. Graduating with honors, Elijah Jackson. Graduating with high honors, Jenna Jones. Graduating with honors, Kaji Jones. Graduating with honors, Samira Landy. Graduating with high honors, Catherine Laurel. Graduating with high honors, Melanie Lopez Silvero. Graduating with honors, Samantha Marilano. Graduating with honors, Adriana Mendez. Aubrey Mendez. Graduating with honors, Ayana Mingo. Graduating with high honors, Yvette Mitchell. Kiera Nieves. Ikena Ofaya. Graduating with high honors, Chloe Pena. Graduating with honors, Sabria Perry. Graduating with honors, Vincenzo Pisano. Rihanna Quito. Graduating with high honors, Angelise Ramirez. Graduating with high honors, Ryan Ramos. Graduating with high honors, Serenity Reeves. Graduating with high honors, Chloe Reyes. Graduating with high honors, Jaden Rodriguez. Owen Roman. Graduating with honors, Mia Rosario. Jaylyn Rosario. Graduating with high honors, Wiskin St. Just. Graduating with high honors, Aaliyah Salva. Steve Samuel III. Graduating with honors, Daniel Santiago Jr. Graduating with honors, Hamadou Saidu. Nathan Sola. Isaiah Stallings. Graduating with high honors, Yaneli Tapia. Graduating with high honors, Charlie Taylor. Graduating with honors, Haji Taylor. Graduating with high honors, Seira Tonacado Guevara. Alexander Torres. Graduating with honors, Javier Torres. Graduating with high honors, Jaden Tucker. Gianna Uloa. Graduating with honors, Madison Vargas. Maximiliano Visuete. Aileen Zumba, graduating with honors. Congratulations, class of 2024.
I have to admit, I am filled with so much pride at this moment. 9 years. It's a long time, special time. Congratulations. For the last time, as Robert Tree Academy students, our graduates will stand and sing the Robert Tree Academy school song. It is almost tassel turn time. Before that, I'd like to leave you, boys and girls, with the same message that I give every graduating class. Graduates, if at any point down the road you find yourself wondering if you're good enough, remember this: you're an RTA graduate. You're more than good enough. Are you ready to turn your tassel? Are you ready for it? I think we need to show them how it's done. Are you ready to turn your tassel? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. From the left to the right.